Welcome to the third installment of my series. I think I'm gonna call this Glenn Martin Saturday Morning Rants. I didn't even know I had a fucking series, but here I am. After the gym every Saturday morning, I got some shit on my mind that I want to get off so I can enjoy the rest of my weekend. So this week, I'm gonna talk about a tweet that I did. I did a tweet this week by a dude who's formerly incarcerated that wrote an op-ed about his trip to Europe to visit prisons and some of the elements of their prison system that he wanted to see here. He did more time than me, a lot more time than me. So I posted it, but I've been in the nonprofit space for years, and I know that the absolutists, the abolitionists, the purists, the people that have no room for the idea that you can have a vision, but you need some steps to get there. I knew they were gonna weigh in, so I was like, yo, hold off on the woke shit until you read this dude's op-ed. Nah, this dude jumps right in, white boy from the Bay Area, works in nonprofit, and was like, yeah, you got the privilege to be talking about how prisons should be giving people human dignity. Nah, I'm here to shoot for no prison cells at all. Bitch, first of all, I'm not sure I know many people, maybe a small number of people, that has done the amount of work that I've done to liberate people and to get people out of prison. I know a small handful of people that really has been fully committed for a really long time and done the work. But this dude, newcomer, had his little picture up with people incarcerated as his little credentialing. Got the nerve to call me privileged. So I figured I'd start out sitting in my $100,000 car this weekend, privileged that I am, and give my opinion about his statement. I am privileged. I've been privileged all my life. We all have some level of privilege. I'm a light-skinned black man. That light skin alone gives me privilege. The $2 million I grossed last year between my two businesses, that gives me privilege. The ability to have 2 places to live in the United States, that gives me privilege. But motherfucker, let me tell you how I started out before I get to what I do with my privilege. 16 years old, at Rikers, stabbed 4 times. Then 6 years in prison. Then working in nonprofit, making $16,000 a year and owing $83,000 in fines, fees, and restitution. Then spending 17 years in the nonprofit space, working with others to build a movement, only to ultimately get kicked out of the space with no fucking due process. Suffer from depression, suffer from suicide, get back up on my feet, build myself back up, build an entire business that now employs 8 people. Most of them people who are formerly incarcerated, people who've been canceled, people who've been harmed by others in the nonprofit space. Then I built a real estate business a year after that, 90 houses, primarily rented to formerly incarcerated people and people on Section 8. So yeah, that's what got me to this place of privilege. A lot of fucking suffering, a lot of pain, a lot of mistakes, a lot of learning, a lot of harm caused, to me. If that's the kind of privilege you're talking about, I'll be that privilege. But one thing I know is that I am in a position now to have the kind of voice that most people don't like to hear black leaders have. I'm not reliant on any one person for my income. There's no controlling me through controlling my paycheck, which is something I learned is a key strategy in the nonprofit space to keep black men and black women from having voice and from being able to have the kind of agency it takes to speak up for the kind of liberation that they're looking for their people. And this guy coming in on my tweet and name calling was an example of that. It was an example of someone trying to shut me down by accusing me of being something that's supposed to be shameful. Except, guess what, bro? I don't do shame. I don't do toxic shame. I don't do shame. I don't allow other people to decide how I'm going to feel about myself. That's the old Glenn. You late. You late, bro. So you know what? That's my rant. That's my... I don't even know what kind of fucking problems I'm solving with these rants, but at least I get it out my system and I get to go back to living my life. I always say, don't let nobody steal your rainbow. I'm not going to let this motherfucker steal my rainbow. And you guys have a good weekend. Don't let anybody steal your rainbow. Peace.